So if you've ever been cruising before, you are very familiar with the mandatory muster drill that every passenger has to do in order for a cruise ship to leave port. This is something that is required by law and everyone has to go through it. The e-muster drill was initially implemented as part of the pandemic precautions to minimize crowding and promote social distancing. So rather than bringing all of the guests together in one muster station all at once in close quarters, the e-muster drill basically allows you to go to your muster station at your leisure. So you can watch the videos even before you board the ship, you can look at them through your app or even online, and then once you board the boat, you go to your appropriate muster station, you listen to the folks that are over there, you have your card scanned, and then you're basically checked off that you're done. And then you can go on and do your own thing. The new drill takes just a few minutes. If you board the ship right away and go to your muster station, honestly, I mean, the last time we went, it took us like 2 minutes to do what we needed to do. We're utilizing our time over here on the boat before the room is ready. We're gonna go to our muster station. That's another thing you wanna do. You gotta make sure you do your muster drills before the ship leaves, so it's really important. And that's what we're gonna take care of now before we get the room keys.
Life jackets provided here, they're no longer in your cabins. Once you're here, we'll escort you up to the lifeboat. Chance of that happening is so slim, don't worry about it. Medical center is on deck 2 midship, and if you have any medical concerns, just dial 911 on any ship phone, and that'll get you through to one of the nurses on duty. Other than that, feel free to enjoy your cruise.
Awesome. Hey. Thank you. Thank you guys. Enjoy. Thank you.
All right, the stairs to go up. Back this way.
The old drill, by comparison, it was like 30 to 45 minutes with a bunch of delays because you had to wait for all of the guests to show up, and then it also creates a massive amount of traffic. Anyone who's done it before knows what I'm talking about. Everyone has to go down together to their muster stations, and then once the drill is over, everyone on the ship goes back up to their rooms, so the elevators don't work. You have to be stuck in these huge hallways where you're going up and down with tons of people. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. It's not something that I look forward to on any of my cruises. I could not stand those old school muster stations. So the new ones are very awesome because they don't take a lot of time. They don't require you to sit in a room with a whole bunch of people. You can watch the videos at your own leisure, and there's a lot of social distancing, and you don't have to go up the stairs, like 8 flights of stairs, shoulder to shoulder with tons of other people. Now, it's not all rainbows and flowers here. Unfortunately, it does create a bunch of negative stuff as well. For example, because it gives you a leisure to go whenever you want, a lot of people don't go, or they might wait until the end, or they might not show up at all. And this will, of course, create a whole bunch of issues because now they're calling your name for you to come down into the muster station, for you to do your stuff. Because remember, the ship cannot leave until every passenger finished their muster station, and you need to be checked off. So if you are not all going down at once, if they're not controlling it, this does create a little bit of that hassle to where sometimes they're looking for people because they didn't do their muster drills. Now, because the safety drill is essential and all guests must participate and complete this mustering before the ship sets sail, a lot of the cruise liners take extra steps to encourage this mustering, so to speak. So first, the crew members, as soon as you kind of enter your gangway, they always tell you, hey, make sure to do your muster drill, make sure to do your muster drill. There's a whole bunch of stations set up. Periodically, you'll hear announcements talking about how you want to make sure you go and you do your muster drills. And if you don't do it, I think the last one is they literally call you by name. Like the cruise director will come on board and be like, listen, Tom, you got to get down and do your muster drill so we can leave. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person holding up the entire ship and everyone's cruise because you didn't do your muster drill. So pro tip for you, as soon as you get on the ship, go and do your muster drill. Make sure you watch all your videos on the app or online if you can before you get on the ship. And then once you get there, make sure you go to your appropriate, it shows you which one to go to. Go to your appropriate one, show them, have them scan, thank you so much, and then go on your way and enjoy your cruise. Now, unfortunately, some of the cruise lines are rolling back these changes and going back to the old way of doing in-person muster drills, which really just honestly is pissing off a whole bunch of people. Once they've seen this efficient way, the easier way of doing the online, the e-ones, how can you go back to the mandatory in-person ones? But they're doing it. Norwegian and Disney are the first cruise lines to officially go back to mandatory in-person muster drills. Norwegian Cruise Line has reached out to travel agents and partner agencies with news that the traditional, in-person, synchronized muster drills will be returning fleet-wide effective immediately. This makes Norwegian the second major cruise line to reinstate classic muster drills after Disney did so in November of 2022. Now, in an official statement, they said the safety of our guests and crew members is our #1 priority. We continually evaluate our procedures for providing detailed instructions on safety and security measures to our guests, and as such, have made a decision to reinstate synchronized muster drills on embarkation day across all vessels in the fleet. This policy will go into effect immediately after each vessel's next embarkation day. So this basically means that all the 18 vessels for Norwegian will be doing the traditional muster drills. Now the good news is not all cruise liners are doing this. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, a whole bunch of other cruise lines are thinking about this. Maybe they're considering it, but so far no one has made this jump. So now you have this mixture bag of some cruise liners who are doing the traditional ones, some who are doing the e-muster ones, and some that are trying to figure out what they're going to do as their next move. Let me know what you think about this down below. I'd love to hear from you. Are you the electronic e-muster station person, or are you the traditional one? Do you not care, or do you feel really strongly about it? Let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.